The hobbits didn't use the ring to solve every problem. And no, it's not because they had strong willpower. That's the boring answer. The real answer is far more unsettling. The ring does not tempt you with evil. It tempts you with what you already want. And hobbits, they wanted nothing the ring could give. Stay with me because once you understand this, you will never watch The Lord of the Rings the same way again. I am going to show you the scene Tolkien wrote, the one Peter Jackson left out, where Samwise Gamgee puts on the ring and his vision isn't a Dark Lord's dream. It's a garden. Search why didn't the hobbits use the ring? And most answers say because they were pure of heart. That's not wrong, but it's incomplete. If purity alone stopped the ring, why did Galadriel, the most noble elf in Middle Earth, nearly take it? Why did Gandalf refuse it like it was radioactive? Because the ring does not test your morality, it tests your ambition size. The ring promises the power to achieve your deepest goal. Boromir wanted to save Gondor, the ring showed him a throne. Gandalf wanted to order a broken world, the ring showed him a tyrant's compassion. But a hobbit wants a second breakfast, a pipe with harvest, a garden that does not need weeding. You cannot tame someone who does not want anything. That's not a moral victory, it's a psychological loophole. Let's make this concrete. Boromir is brave, noble, and desperate. He falls in under an hour of screen time. Why? Because the ring showed him exactly what he already believed. Gondor needs a strong leader. The ring didn't invent that desire. It just amplified it until it ate him. Now, compare that to Merry and Pippin. They had the ring inches from their faces for months. Zero temptation. Why? Because their greatest ambition was to see the old Took's fireworks again. The ring can't work with that. It's like trying to bribe a cat with a spreadsheet. Here is the SEO takeaway. And I mean this as a writer, Tolkien understood that specificity defeats abstraction. Boromir's desire is abstract, glory, saving people. A hobbit's desire is concrete, a pint and a chair by the fire. The ring can only tame the abstract. Now the scene that changes everything. Most movie fans have never seen this. In the Two Towers book, Samwise Gamgee takes the ring. He is in Kirith Ungol. Frodo is taken and Sam puts it on to rescue him. And Tolkien writes exactly what Sam sees. Sam felt himself enlarged. He saw a great darkness, and in that darkness he was a towering figure, not a dark lord, but a gardener, a king of gardeners, and in his hand not a sword, but a watering can that made everything bloom. I'm paraphrasing slightly, but the point is brutal. Even the ring's temptation could not make Sam want power. It tried, it showed him a garden the size of Mordor, and Sam says in his head, that's actually not better than my little one back home. That is why hobbits didn't use the ring. Not because they were strong, because they were small, and small ambitions are the ring's kryptonite. Here is where it gets dark. If the only people who can resist absolute power are those who want nothing, then what does that say about everyone else? About us. Think about every leader who started with good intentions, every activist who became a tyrant, every person who said, I will change the system from the inside, and then the system changed them. The ring is a metaphor, and the metaphor says, if you want to change the world will first ask what you want, and then it will give you a distorted version of it until you don't recognize yourself. Boromir didn't want to kill a hobbit. He wanted to save his city. The ring just moved him one step at a time. That's why Frodo fails at the crack of doom. Not because he is weak, because after 18 months of carrying the ring, even a hobbit eventually wants something. He wants the pain to stop, and the ring offers that. Now let me tell you why this matters for my content. The same principle applies to YouTube and Google rankings. The algorithm tempts me every time with what I already want: views, subscribers, money. And if my ambition is too abstract just to grow my channel, I will clickbait, I will chase trends, I will become Boromir. But if my ambition is small and concrete, I want to make one video that helps one person understand Tolkien better, then the algorithm can't corrupt me. I will make evergreen content, I will earn retention, I will rank because Google rewards relevance, not desperation. So the next time someone asks why the hobbits didn't just use the ring to solve every problem, Don't say willpower. Say they had nothing the ring wanted. The ring trades in ambition, and hobbits are the only creatures in Middle Earth who truly deeply want to stay home. If you want more Tolkien deep dives that ignore lazy takes, hit subscribe and comment what would your ring vision be? Would you conquer the world or just want a bigger garden? I will see you in the fire.